The 9 worst things to do in a zombie apocalypse. Number 9. In the eerie silence of a zombie apocalypse, ignoring shelter is like starring in your very own horror movie. Only no director is yelling, "Cut." Picture yourself sleeping under the stars, but instead of twinkling constellations, it's the glowing eyes of the undead lurking in the shadows. Every rustle in the bushes and scratching of the night sends chills down your spine, turning sweet dreams into heart-pounding nightmares. Without a secure hideout, you're basically offering yourself as the main course at an all-you-can-eat zombie buffet. So, finding a safe, fortified shelter should be your top priority, unless you fancy becoming an unexpected zombie snack. Number 8. Not planning escape routes. Imagine navigating a zombie-infested city like it's a twisted version of a video game but with no cheat codes and only one life. You're zigzagging through abandoned buildings, feeling like an action hero, when suddenly you hit a dead end. Literally. The only exit is blocked by a horde of zombies, all moaning for a piece of you. Without a well-thought-out escape route, your epic adventure turns into a comedy of errors, complete with panicked sprints and cartoonish backtracking. It's like being trapped in a labyrinth with the Minotaur, but this time, the beast wants brains for breakfast. So, channel your inner strategist and map out those escape routes, unless you want your heroic saga to end with a slapstick sprint to nowhere. Number 7. Trusting strangers easily is like inviting a mystery guest to a dinner party, only to find out they're a notorious party crasher. Picture yourself warmly greeting a seemingly friendly survivor who promises safety and shared supplies. Moments later, they've swiped your backpack, leaving you bewildered and snackless as you watch them disappear with a cheeky grin. It's like starring in a reality show called Trust Fails of the Apocalypse, where every handshake could lead to an unexpected plot twist. So, unless you enjoy being the gullible hero in this post-apocalyptic sitcom, keep your guard up and remember, not every new face deserves a starring role in your survival story. Number 6. Underestimating the threat of zombies in an apocalypse is like treating a haunted house as a cozy cottage. You're in for a shocking surprise. Imagine you're strolling down Main Street, whistling a carefree tune, convinced the zombies are nothing more than slow-moving extras from a bad horror flick. Suddenly, you're surrounded by a flash mob of the undead, each one faster and hungrier than you ever imagined. It's like signing up for a fun run and discovering it's a marathon with flesh-eating participants. Your nonchalant attitude quickly turns into a frantic dance of dodging and dashing, making you the unprepared protagonist in this high-stakes thriller. So, unless you want your casual walk to turn into a frantic sprint, take the zombie threat seriously and stay on your toes. By the way, we have the goal of reaching 1K subs before September. Subscribe and join the best zombie community. Number 5. Neglecting fitness in a zombie apocalypse is like entering a dance-off without knowing how to dance. Picture yourself comfortably lounging with your snacks when a zombie horde crashes the party. Suddenly it's a high-speed chase, and you realize you're in the middle of an undead Olympics without any training. Your lungs are burning, your legs are jelly, and the zombies are gaining on you like they've been training for this their whole afterlife. It's like a zombie-themed obstacle course, but instead of a trophy, the prize is your survival. So, unless you want to be the contestant who's always it in a deadly game of tag, prioritize your fitness and be ready to outrun those undead sprinters. Number 4. Not learning survival skills in a zombie apocalypse is like showing up to a cook-off without knowing how to boil water. You're doomed to fail spectacularly. Imagine you're in the wilderness, desperately trying to start a fire with 2 sticks, while your more prepared friends are cooking up gourmet meals and setting up comfy campsites. Every snap of a twig makes you jump, and when you finally get a spark, it's more of a pathetic puff. It's like being the comedic relief in a survival reality show, fumbling through basic tasks while everyone else is thriving. So, unless you want to be the punchline of the apocalypse, brush up on those survival skills and turn yourself into the ultimate survivalist superstar. Number 3. Reusing firearms in a zombie apocalypse is like holding onto a rare, powerful spell scroll in a fantasy adventure. It might not be your everyday go-to, but when faced with a formidable foe, you'll be glad you have it in your arsenal. Imagine stumbling upon a group of less than friendly survivors who mistake your hesitation for weakness. Sure, guns might draw undead attention like a magnet to metal, but in a world where humans can be just as dangerous, refusing to use them is like bringing a knife to a laser sword fight. So, keep those firearms cleaned, loaded, and ready to surprise, because in this post-apocalyptic stage show, a little firepower can save the day more than once. Number 2. Not learning to use edged weapons like swords, spears, and bows in a zombie apocalypse is like attending a medieval cosplay convention without knowing how to joust. You're missing out on the most epic part of the adventure. Picture yourself surrounded by a horde of zombies, armed only with your trusty foam sword and a heartfelt desire to survive. Meanwhile, your savvy friends are gracefully twirling their expertly crafted blades and skewering zombies like it's a Renaissance fair performance. It's like being the bumbling squire in a quest for survival, while others wield their weapons with heroic finesse. Edged weapons aren't just tools. They're the symphony conductor's baton in this undead orchestra, where each swing could be your masterpiece. So sharpen those skills and embrace the art of slicing and dicing, because in this zombie ballet, a well-aimed thrust can turn you into the swashbuckling hero of your own survival saga. Number 1. Making noise in a zombie apocalypse is like playing a game of hide-and-seek where shouting, "I'm over here," is the only strategy you know. Imagine tiptoeing through an abandoned mall, trying to stay quiet as a mouse, when suddenly, your stomach growls louder than a jet engine. Cue the horde of zombies turning the corner corner faster than you can say, oops. It's like being the star in a silent movie, where every accidental clang of a metal can becomes a suspenseful cliffhanger. In a world where zombies have supersonic hearing and you're the noisiest player in the game, every sound is a potential disaster waiting to happen. So, if you want to survive the apocalypse without becoming the undead's favorite dinner bell, remember, silence is golden, but in this case, it's also your lifeline.